So I had a bit of an interesting night last night. I was parked here. It's a parking lot I like to sleep in a lot. And I was hanging out. Mr. Kitty, will you please calm down so I can make this video? Thank you. And emergency vehicles started heading, what direction is that? North of here. And at first it was like, oh, look, a fire truck. Oh, look, an ambulance. And then it's like, oh, look, another one and another one. And 6 of them eventually went through on this road. Plus, I heard a couple coming from somewhere off that way into that direction. I thought something really big is going on over there. So then, maybe 15 minutes after that, this happened. Wow, I don't know what's going on, but the cop over there was out shining his flashlight in the bushes, and there's a cop just around the corner right there. You can see the pulsing of his light, and then over there is another cop, and and there's another one. That one's new, the one driving. And before this, I saw about 6 emergency vehicles heading that way down the road. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm like the only person in this oh, and there's another cop over there. I'm the only person in this parking lot. Usually there's about a dozen people sleeping in this parking lot, and I'm the only one. And it's got me a little nervous because I have no idea what's going on, but the neighborhood looks like a Christmas tree. Oh my goodness. Like every cop in Gainesville is in the neighborhood with their lights flashing. This is intimidating. So the cops continued to heavily patrol the area for another maybe 20 minutes with their lights flashing all up and down that road over there. And the guy that was over here, the one that was parked right on the corner, he came back a couple more times and parked there with his lights flashing and was off in the bushes doing who knows what. And I'd see a car come and swerve along a road, and then finally they turned their flashing lights off, but they were still patrolling the area. And there was a cop that parked over there for about 20 minutes, just parked there in the parking lot. And still through all this, I'm like the only person in the parking lot. I kept waiting for them to come over and ask me if I'd seen or heard anything, because they often do, and no one came over to talk to me. So then with their lights off, they're driving around patrolling the area, but they're really easy to spot because they've got that stripe down their car and it kind of reflects the light a certain way. And then there's like sort of a mix of industrial and residential over off that way, and they started driving through there with their big spotlights everywhere. Like, oh good lord, somebody has done something really terrible and they have escaped and they're right here. So it took me a few hours before I went to bed. I kept looking out the windows and thinking, am I safe? And I thought maybe I should go to another neighborhood with less activity. But then I thought about Oedipus, and like the oracle told Oedipus that he was going to kill his father, and he loved his father. He didn't want to kill his father, so he went far away from home and killed a man on the road, but he didn't realize that he'd been adopted, and the man he killed was actually his father, just like the oracle said. So like, you can't escape fate. And I thought, well, I'll be like Oedipus, and I'll go to another neighborhood where the cops aren't, and that'll be where the bad guy is hiding out, and then he'll get me. And so I just stayed here. I figured, well, with this many cops around, who's gonna do anything bad to me and Mr. Kitty? But so other than that, it was an uneventful night. Once I came back here and went to sleep, no one bothered me, nothing happened, and here it is, bright and sunny again. But it was a bit of excitement. It was a bit of a show. It was a little intimidating to be in the middle of that maelstrom, but yeah, that was my night.